couple of years ago, I guess I was at a crossroads and looking for something else to do, so I'm back to college to study computer science. To do that, I needed a decent internet connection. So when I was at home, basically the broadband was terrible in our house, but I found that if I could get one of these little wireless dongles and I went out to my garage in the very top corner, if I hung it on the wall, I could get 13 megabytes a second. So that became crucial for me to partake in this course. But then in parallel, we had our meeting, the broadband meeting in Piltown, and when I heard that a community like ours could build its own gigabit network and get, internet that was instantaneous, I was just hooked. I was hooked at that moment because I needed that. I could see the benefits it would bring, my own family, my neighbours, everyone, if we could just level the playing field between Piltown and the rest of the world and not get left behind.
I'm Declan Rice, the CEO of Kilkenny Leader Partnership. I became interested in broadband because I'm interested in rural development. And in the context of rural development, it became apparent to me that digital connection was as important as any other connection.
My name is Angela Campion and I work as a development officer with Kilkenny Leader Partnership. A lot of our work is finding solutions to problems at local level.
My name is Jim O'Brien. I'm a project manager for our full Fibre To The Home project here in Piltown, South County Kilkenny. It's where we've pledged to give affordable, high-speed, future-proof broadband to every member of the community. Piltown Community Enterprise have a known history for starting projects and completing quite ambitious projects.
Part of our interest as rural development practitioners is trying to find how we make communities smarter, how we make them more resilient and give them autonomy. It isn't just to address a need, it's to take charge. It's to give yourself the benefits of the profits that otherwise would go elsewhere.
Kilkenny Leader Partnership came to Piltown Community Enterprise with this idea and tried to sell it to them some time ago, and they did our Blue Towns Roadshow. Piltown and Fiddown were known as Blue Towns, which basically means they're not being covered by the National Broadband Plan, and that means we're left with the other third-party providers. And our experience with them to date has been absolutely terrible.
We did roadshows around the community looking at how communities could have future-proof broadband that they would be in control of. Following on from those roadshows, Piltown were identified as an ideal place to make this happen as a pilot scheme.
Myself and a couple of members from the community did a fibre splicing course, and then we basically designed our own network, and we had a consultant helping us with various bits. Just bit by bit we've built what we're happy to say is Ireland's fastest, cheapest broadband network.
They're just ordinary people that had a vision. They had no particular expertise, but they just learned on the job. They're now well able to splice in record time. They're able to use blowing machines. They were never daunted by the experience because they had the vision to go ahead.
What Piltown are doing is trying to make sure everybody in the community can afford and have broadband. It's been both inspiring and exhilarating and humbling to see what they've done.
I guess there was some fear in us because, we love our village, we love our community. We wanted to keep it vibrant, we didn't want all the young families moving out and moving off to the cities. We just took it into our own hands that we want independence from all these other third-party providers. We want to take control of our digital future, and we want to make Piltown an attractive place to live.
We have this whole idea on smart villages, and what does that mean? It means being resilient and autonomous, right? It's more than technology. It's a way of thinking, it's nimbleness of mind, it's responding to your challenges.
All that is looking at your village smartly, and it is also providing the opportunity for people to stay living in rural Ireland.
It was a big surprise to us to find that the national backhaul, the main fibre link, runs on a railway track, and that railway track runs right behind Iverk Produce, which is in Piltown. This was right under our noses all this time. There was infinite fibre connection, and we were struggling on 1 or 2 megs. We contacted BT about getting a connection to the backhaul because they manage Air's national grid. They had a process in place for giving us our own access chamber, and then they brought around the fibre to our hut that we had built, and they spliced into that. They just wanted a payment for that, so now we have our 4 live fibres that are ours forevermore to do what we want with, and get up as many customers as we can and bring them up to the speeds that we're at.
They have a huge amount of knowledge, and that knowledge can be shared with other communities. And that's the beauty of the project in Piltown, that it is a pilot, but it can be merged within other communities very easily.
Having helped Piltown Fiddown, we'd really like to try and assist 2 or 3 more communities in Kilkenny to create their own networks.
Like every project, it's an awful lot of hard work to make it happen, but the rewards are just amazing when you complete it, because they are now in control of their own future-proof broadband, which is a phenomenal achievement for a small rural community in Kilkenny.
When it eventually came around to turning on our equipment, we already had 13 customers connected, and we'd spent basically every penny we had. We'd taken a huge risk. We'd gone out on a limb in a big way, and you're filled with self-doubt. So the day we done our final connection, we got our speed test, it was beyond hallelujah. It was like striking gold.
The first time you do something, it's remarkable, it's noteworthy, it's exceptional. We want to stop it being exceptional in the purest sense. We want to make it more mainstream. That it isn't just a once-off lightning strike like Piltown Fiddown is. It becomes, yes, you can do this. And what's more, there are different ways to do it.